Hey guys, this is CM9 guy by Demandcore, or as other people know me in my own Discord as Bakshin. The TLDR, if you don't want to watch it all, I understand. Y'all guys don't know me, and it's gonna be a really bright white screen. Is Farm Ignited Guts and Power? Those are very consistent excels, not only for this track but for any time in the future. Now let's begin. Credentials is been finals. I have been Group A finals every CM, and that is with me restarting my account because I lost a bet. Therefore, I lost Makita a long time ago. I barely got her again after 60k pulls. Really sad. And I talked to Eris, the Enclosure Smart Falcon user that also found tech that makes Smart Falcon the best frontrunner for this track. The reason for making this early is that a lot of Umith in CM7 either has like 1,000 wit, 300 like 1,000 stam, 300 wit. They had like 200, like I don't know, like 600 power. I'm just kind of throwing out some numbers I saw. Um, those are just completely wrong. And I saw a bunch of Suzukas that had grabbed concentration when they had enough points to buy unrestraint. Um, that is a whole nother topic. I just won't save that. Just that this CM will get many players their S rank and above because of the what you want. This is the track itself. You can see from 100 meters to 875 meters, it is downhill. With it being that long, that means the most important stat of this entire CM is wit. Wit affects downhill and position keep, with the uphill being affected by power. So, the truth is, the CM is mostly well dominated in terms of cards and stats, but the Umas themselves are free to play friendly, as you will see later on. The average deck will be 3 wit, 3 speed, power sparks, or 3 wit, 2 speed, 1 power, depending on whether you're like a whale or if you're free to play. Now, I'm only putting this tier up for those for the SR cards, and that is purely because if you're a whale, you have SSRs, you know what's good, you know what you're going to use. But for free to play that may not know what they want to run, these are the cards. Now, during my testing, I used this Bakshin, and she survived being rushed during spot struggle against other fronts. So you can aim for this roughly. This is one I made a couple months ago. I didn't have Kita back then. I had to borrow it. So Runaway, unfortunately, is not too great. Runaway normally gets its power from early lead, taking the lead in groundwork. However, with taking the lead being as short as it is, front runners can catch up super easily. Meta will be Smart Falcon, Summer Maru. Those two are the main meta because Summer Maru you can control her unique. You can gamble off of corner recovery or you can do 777 to get very consistent. Smart Falcon, we found out some hidden tech. I will play that for you right now.
まもなく第4コーナーカーブ勝負どころ最後の直線へとかけていきます
最高の瞬間みんなに届けちゃう
残り4分さあ最終コーナーを曲がって最後の直線コースに入ったリードを開いていく1番スマートファルコン
Hi, post-production Demandcore here. So I realized I did not explain Smart Falcon very well, so I'm going to do it right here. So the way her unique works is that if mid-race and beyond on a straight, if you are top 2 and there's an Uma 1 length behind you or less, you activate a 0.25 target speed and a 0.3 excel for 5 seconds. So if you do not activate it at the very start, you cannot activate it until the very start of the final leg, which is a 0.3 excel and a 0.25 carryover going into the final leg. That is extremely strong and makes her one of the best. It may be a little bit redundant with the portion coming up next, so I do apologize. You should have just seen the clip. We found out that if she does not activate it at the very beginning, she can get a 0.3 excel if she's in second place or higher at the end of the race. Now, Bakshin is a very good free-to-play Uma, good growths. Everyone gets her as 1 star. Very great. Now, Pasa has front F, sprint F, however, is a 0.3 excel if first or second. If you can get her to work, she is amazing. She has good growths as well, but she's the hardest to make, and every other front Like Bakshin's just good. Every other front is also good. Just get the sprint sparks and you are mostly fine. Front inherits are going to be Pasa and Super Creek. Now Super Creek will not activate if your Uma is number 1, but Pasa activates first and second. So if you're first, you can get Pasa and you can get Sparkly Stardom if you don't activate it at the very beginning. If you're second place, you can get Pasa, Creek, and Sparkly Stardom, which is 0.3 altogether if it doesn't activate at the beginning. So you want to inherit these uniques. You want to buy some skills, and if you are missing out on a couple good skills, you can buy Bakshin or DDC. Both of them are really good. Just, The most important thing is groundwork and nimble because if you get second place, you can get more excel than first place. However, I would recommend avoiding unrestraint. In the testing we did, we found that unrestraint was extremely unreliable due to the fact that you start the corner, you end the corner and then you go in the late race. With how short the sprint is, you don't get that much time on it, and oftentimes it does not affect anything. Pace meta is going to be Pasa, Creek, and Curran. Curran has good growths. She has a good unique. Super Creek, if she's fourth to second and one Uma is in front of her, she will get a 0.3 excel. And Pasa, if she's first or second, will get a 0.3 excel as well. A good pace would be Fuji. She has Sprint B, and her unique is 1 to 3. So she also has good growths. She's a good Uma, and Hishiakabono is a rare case where her unique is based off of stamina left mid race. So if you use a calculator, you can consistently, on average, activate the unique at a really good time to get carryover, but she's really hard to make. Good inherits would be Pasa, Creek, Fuji, and Triumphant Pulse. Pasa is, I've already explained multiple times in this video, same thing for Creek, which is that if you're second, you can get a 0.1 excel or a bit of target speed. Fuji is top 3, you get a boost on a straight or final corner and beyond. Triumphant Pulse is very explanatory, the best skill in the game on her herself. So let's just skip over that. Most important stuff for pace is Ignited Spirit, Power and Guts, No Stopping Me, and Head On. All of those are really good accelerations that can activate almost at the start of the late race. Most pace and sprint skills at school are good. Highlander is a pretty reliable excel if you miss the other ones at the very beginning. Straight Descent is a downhill acceleration, and with the downhill only beginning at the end of the half early lead and throughout the entire mid leg, it's not great. Late Surger, there is no really meta because of the fact that no Uma themselves have a good unique and it's that great to make. Inherit wise, Marudensky is decent depending on how many fronts or paces are in the lobby. Fuji and Triumphant Pulse, as I've explained earlier, if you get the third or fifth, you could activate them and get a velocity on the final spurt. Late skills, Ignited Spirit, Guts, Power, On Your Left, No Stopping Me are really good late race excels. Outer Swell, Writhing Dragon, Highlander is also a really good excel in case you miss the other ones. Sprint and late skills are great. I couldn't find any skills you would really want to avoid that would give you negative links. So, now for end closers, this one is the most weird one to talk about. So viable options is King Halo, because if she's 6 with 200 meters left, she activates her velocity skill. Mayano, depending on whatever happens on the corner, can get velocity or excel. She's a weird case. Taishin can get Nemesis carryover, but has horrible sprint aptitude and has encroaching shadow. If you put in the effort, she's amazing. Their inherits are going to be Dober, Fuji, Maru, and Oguri. Dober works here because it is final corner mid race or on a straight late race, and because you're an end closer, if you don't get to fifth or sixth on that corner and you get it in the late race, you get an excel, and you're going to get Maruzensky because she's fifth. And Fuji and Triumphant Pulse we already talked about. Gold Ship is weird. Her unique is going to make her not really want Dober or Maruzensky per se. because you might push up too far and they would activate and it'd be useless. Hishi is a very easy end closer to build for sprint. And Haruara is a weird case because her unique as an end closer can give her 8 seconds of speed increase, which on the corner that it can activate on can theoretically give you carryover into the late race. So if you like Haru, you can run her for the CM as an end closer. Skills, most important is Spurge and Crouching Shadow, Ignited Power and Guts, and Stopping Me, those are some really easy, accessible accelerations. Most sprint and end skills are really good. Highlander is a just reliable acceleration for everyone but fronts, pretty much. Now, I use Game Tora and Victoria's Frontier Race Simulator. I thank him a lot. And I did this with my club, and we're really early. If you find any mistakes or you feel as some things can be added on or anything, feel free to comment, and I don't mind making a revised guide. I am doing this because I want to help the 1 to 10 people that see this and the people in my club. I will take all forms of criticism. I do not mind. Thank you for listening, and good luck with your